Price controls. Price controls are a great example of government intervention into the market. They cause distortions and unintended consequences. Price ceilings and price floors. These are two kinds of price controls. A price ceiling means you can't sell something for more than a certain price. So whatever it is, there's a ceiling. The government says you can't sell whatever it is for more than a certain price. A price floor, the government says you can't sell something for less than a certain price. So those are two various kinds of price controls. A price ceiling causes a shortage, too little. A price floor causes a surplus. I'll explain that in a moment. If you have to sell something for too cheap a price, more people are going to buy it than normal. It's all gone. You have a shortage. If you have to sell something for too expensive a price, not as many people will buy it as normal. It's sitting around. You have a surplus. Let's examine this using automobiles. So what would happen if the government sets a price ceiling for selling a Corvette at $20,000? So brand new Corvette, $20,000. Let's just say a politician comes out and he says, I care about Americans. Every American deserves a college education, a home, and a Corvette in their garage. Boy, people would vote for him. People would just get real excited. They'd look at that Corvette and say, yeah, that looks like an American thing to me. And the government would say, and I care about the little guy so much that I'm going to prohibit Corvette from selling any of their vehicles, any Corvettes, for more than $20,000. That way every middle-class family can own a Corvette. Well, let's just say it costs $30,000 to make a Corvette, but they're forced to sell it at $20,000. Well, that first run where they're already made, they're going like that. Next thing you know, everyone's running around in a Corvette, and they only paid $20,000 for it, and they're all out, they're all gone. And Chevrolet starts looking at their accounting and says, should we make any more of these? Well, it cost us $30,000 to make one. They're forcing us to sell it at $20,000. We're losing $10,000 on every Corvette we sell. So any rational human being is going to say, we're not making any more Corvettes because we can't. So the government says we think it's an American right to have a Corvette in every garage. They set a price ceiling. Next thing you know, everyone goes out and buys a Corvette. GM or Chevrolet doesn't make anymore, and they're all gone. So now you have a shortage of Corvettes. Whereas otherwise they would have sold them for $50,000, $60,000, whatever it is that the price in the market is, and they would have made them all day long if they can make a profit. So price ceilings cause shortages. Now, let's just say that same politician, maybe in his district they make Ford Tauruses. He's in a Ford district. And he goes to that plant and he tells those guys, I care about you. I care about you and your family, and we believe that you should get a fair wage. We believe that every American should pay no less than $50,000 for a Ford Taurus. And all the guys on the floor said, yeah, yeah, and everyone, making these Tauruses say, yeah, yeah. So he passes a law, and he creates a price floor for a Ford Taurus. Now this is an older one. I know that a newer one might look nicer. But now you can't buy one for less than $50,000. Who's going out and buying a Ford Taurus for $50,000?
Not me.
Not me? That's right. So next thing you know, you've got a whole bunch of Ford Tauruses sitting in the parking lots. And you can't sell them. Now you may have someone that would say, I'd love to pay $13,000 for that car. Maybe they are, in fact, that middle class family, that lower class family doesn't have a lot of money. And they say, boy, I'd love to have that Ford Taurus, but all I've got is $13K. Can they buy one? No. The car dealer would love to sell them one. They've got them sitting on the lots all across the country. But they can't do it because some politician said they cared about Ford Taurus manufacturers. And now you've got a surplus of Ford Tauruses. Price ceilings, like that Corvette, cause shortages. Price floors cause surpluses. and a myriad of other unintended consequences.